this is Judy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be putting together the new card making kit from Close to My Heart called Are We There Yet? It comes with enough materials to make 16 cards, 4 of each design. Here are the designs, and this is a stamp set that comes with it, and you get these 3 thin cuts that come with it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do the cutting. They give you all the instructions, and then I will put one of each of the cards together and show you how to do that. I'll probably leave in the cutting so that you can see what I'm doing, but I'll just make it really fast. If you have any questions, just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So I wanted to just jump on real quick and tell you, in addition to what you get in the kit, you'll also need the Glacier, Papaya, and Sapphire ink pads, and then these blocks. Actually 1 by 1. I have a 1.5 by 1. And then your die cutting machine, some foam tape, paper trimmer, scissors, adhesive, ruler, washi tape, you know, your standard things. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, card number 1. First thing we're going to do is stamp this white piece and stamp the luggage. So I'm going to line this up. I think it'll be okay without the cushion. I used my Versamat to help me line up the arrows or space them out correctly. So let's see where 2... Let's put this in the center this way. I hope you can see that. So I'm lining up the 3 in the middle and just making sure there's the same amount on either side. And then I'm going to do one every 1/2 inch. They might not be lined up, but the spacing's good. And that's okay. Oh, and I had some ink on my block. Oh well. I will ink that a little bit and cover that up. So next time I use that, I'll make sure I get that cleaned off. Next thing we need to do is stamp the suitcase. And because this is words, I don't want it to squish, so I'm not going to use the cushion again. And then I can press it really hard on the harder surface. I'd flip my Versamat over, but I have stuff on it, so I don't want to mess that up. Oh, that came out good. Okay. Wishing you countless happy miles on the birthday trail. That's a different saying I've not seen before. All right, so this, let's see. Let's use a little dauber here to ink the edges and add a little interest since we have, oh, you know what, maybe I can put my luggage there so it will cover that up too. Okay, that's a good idea. I can put the luggage like that. I don't know, maybe not. Well, it's okay. All right, now tape runner. Let's get this put together. And I am a glue girl, if you have a preference, which one do you like, glue or the liquid glue or a tape runner? I'd be interested to know why people choose one over the other. Glue sometimes can get messy, right? So maybe you don't like it because it gets messy, and that's okay. All right, now let's go by the directions on this one. So attach 1A and 1B, which are these pieces. So let's get them down, and this is where the Versamat will really come in handy. I don't know, I just find that the tape runner, you know, now it's okay, but a year from now it might not be as sticky. So this is going 3/8 of an inch in. And the other one is 3/4, this peach piece. Make sure that didn't move. 3/4 is right there. And right here. And so we're going to flip it over and do the same for the other side. Make sure I have the right side up. So 3/8. And I'm going to have to trim, so I'm going to make sure, let me keep it this way. I can go 3/8 from this side. Because I'll have to trim off the top, and I don't want to trim the top and the bottom, because these pieces are just a little bit overcut. And that's fine. I'd rather have them overcut than undercut, right? And this is 3/4. And the dogs just came down to join in on the video. All right, so that piece is on. Now we can put this on. This is going to go, I'm just going to center this in between these two. There. And now this is going to go 1 1/4 up from the bottom, which is 1 1/4. So right about there. I'll eyeball it. Oh, whoop. Got to put this piece on first. Good thing I noticed that. Okay, and this piece goes up 2 inches. Were you all, oh, you may not have the directions, but if you did, you're probably saying, no, wait. Right. All right, so 1 1/4. About there and there. I'll make sure it's centered in the pink or the peach. There we go. Now I'll put this on. And it's going to be here. I know what, I can put the dot there, the little enamel dot. I'm going to pop this up on some foam. And now the enamel dot. Okay, so we got one big one, actually a medium one. Around here, a little dot over my ink, and a little dot over on the side here. And there is card number 1. All right. Alrighty, card number 2 is this one. So we need to stamp that piece and this is an ombre effects. Pretty cool. So to do that, let's get this piece down here. You're going to get a light ink and a dark ink. In this case, it's Glacier and Sapphire. and you're going to stamp or ink up your stamp in the lightest color. We're going to go this way. So get a good ink coverage there. And then you're going to put some of the darker color on it. You can see it there. So let's see how this stamps out. And if it sticks to your block, I like to flip it over and just press it. Don't move it. Oh, that came out good. All right. So that's a fun effect you can do with any stamp with 2 different ink colors. Sometimes you can even get 3 in the middle. All right, so this one, we need sapphire back. And we did stamp the tree line. I like this tree line. I don't think I have anything like this. I like to get stamps that are different than ones I have. I may have something like it. I don't know. And I'm kind of turning the card or the stamp here and pressing it down so I don't have to get my head in the way. Normally I would go straight down and straight up. I've learned to do it that way for the sake of videos. Although I am pretty rusty. I've had to record this twice because I thought it was recording and it didn't. So you're getting a double take. And I think I'm going to use the light side. It matches this color better on that airmail stripe. All right. And I'm going to put this down. I really like this honey butter. I may have already said that. And this is going to go centered on your card. The airmail strip goes at the top. I'm trying to use up all my old glue and tape runners. Yeah, I have a lot. During COVID, I wasn't worried. Oh, these are cut a little too short. Okay, let's try and see if we can get this up without ripping. And I will have it just centered so it's off a little bit on each side. There we go. All right, this piece will go on next. And it is 1 inch from the bottom. So let's get this measured out. Let me see if that's on camera. Yes, okay, so 1 inch from the bottom. Get it centered. There we go. And now the blue piece. And see how some of the white is showing from my cutter? So I'm going to take my ink pad and just gently run it along to cover up that white. I like to use my little guillotine when I can, but you know, for the sake of the video, I was trying to go fast with the bigger cutter, and my blade may need to be replaced. Okay, so now this one is going 7/8, so it's just 1/8 of an inch farther down and 1 1/8 over. So this one, yep, that's about right. I guess it's closer to the top than to the bottom. Okay, you know, there's more room up here, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so this piece, the white one, no stamping on this. You could, of course, stamp on it, and this is getting centered. And now we're putting our luggage piece on. Just a little bit wonky. And then our tag. This would be cute with a little string attached to it, a little bow or something. Right now it's a naked tag. Some people are really bothered by naked tags. I'm okay. could always put a little enamel dot there or a star as well. So it looks like it's attached to the luggage. Okay, now we're gonna do star dots. These dots are really cool. And you know, it takes me forever to use them all up. You get enough to use on so many projects. And then a little one on the tag. Oops. So that is card number 2. Okay, card number 3. I really like this design, so I think I'm going to make all of the cards the same and not change them up. But one of the things I wanted to mention, this little arrow that's going to get stamped on these peach pieces. When you have a long stamp like this, sometimes you can't get it straight when you put it on your block. You know, it's a little wonky. If you just put it down on your surface and let it go to its form and then pick it up on your block, most of the times you can get it to be straight. And that looks good. All right, so let's stamp these. And this is going to be, stamp it with the papaya on the light peach. And I'm going to move the directions. You know, maybe I'll stamp it on here because I think it's going to go off the side, and I don't want to get it. Yep, it is. Right, so there's one. Okay, now I'm going to stamp all these tags, and I will put it to some music so that you don't have to listen to my cricket. Card number 3. Let's get this put together. Now they give you dimensions, telling you to put it an eighth of an inch apart, and you know, it's a good guideline. You can use a T-square ruler, you know, whatever, to make it work for you. I find putting the pieces in the corners and then putting the other one in the middle to center it between the two works out good for me. So I'll show you how I do that. And we're going to start in the top corner with this one. So they're saying about 1/8 of an inch. That looks about right. Now the next one is this yellow one. They have you going straight across the top, and you could do that. I'm just choosing to go down the side. So I'm going to put that, measure that, have this portion and this portion the same as best as I can. And now we're going to go to this corner. The directions have you putting the glacier piece on next. I like to go to this corner. And liquid glue is really good to use on something like this in case you need to wiggle it a little bit. Now when I put this piece on, I can center it between the two of those, and that's why I do it this way. You do what works best for you. Okay, now I'll do the bottom corner here. This piece in the center of those. And it doesn't matter that this is a little short because the other piece is going to go on top. And that's this piece, and I did ink all the edges with dark sapphire. Now I'm going to pop this up on foam adhesive, and I got out some fun foam because I didn't want to use up all of my pop dots on one piece. And I wanted to have a lot on it so that it doesn't get squished in the mail. So a lot of the imperfections, if you didn't get things lined up perfectly, will be hidden behind there. Okay, so the next one, this one's going to go in the middle. And because I am going to be mailing this, I don't want to put more adhesive on it, or more foam adhesive. That one. Ooh, my glue's getting a little low. I'm going to see if I can tuck it underneath that corner. Very nice. I like this design. I like tags. So now for the dots. Let's see. I think I'm going to do a medium dot. From the looks of the card and the sample, they used all big dots. I'm going to use up some of the smaller ones. Really nice for a masculine card, right? So there you go. We'll move on to card 4. Okay, card number 4. Oh my goodness. I am not a fan of doing little squares, but I gotta say, I'm gonna give it a try because I really like the look of this. My fingers are hard because of my arthritis to put little pieces and get them straight and everything. But we'll give it a go and see how it turns out. First thing we have to do is stamp the arrow on these pieces and stamp our luggage. So let's do that. Okay, the arrow is still on here, and that's going to be with papaya ink. Let's see, I might have to get some scrap paper out. These might be, nope, it's not long enough. All right. I'm going to turn it around, turn my block around. And hopefully this is in frame. So that's how that is. So I'll get all those stamped. And we have to also stamp our luggage. And this one is You Are My Greatest Adventure. So let's get that out. And that's going to be with the sapphire ink. You could do it with papaya if you wanted to, right? Sapphire, where are you? This. And I just re-inked all of my ink pads so they're nice and juicy, get really good ink coverage. If you want to see how I did that, it's on my YouTube channel. I just did it a week ago, maybe, by the time this video goes up. Very easy, but very important. I do it at the beginning of the year every year, and sometimes in between. But if I do all of them at the beginning of the year, then I know they've all been done. I don't have to wonder, did I re-ink that one? Did I re-ink this one? You know. So, all right, so those are all done. So I'll be right back and we'll put it together. Okay, they give you really good directions. And this isn't something that I would not have thought of to try. But they start with the diamond right here. And then you build out from it. I usually like start in a corner and go out and they're all wonky. So maybe this will work out better. Let's give it a try. And we're going to start with the luggage piece. And I'm definitely using liquid glue for this one. If I get too much, I'll just tap it off. All right, so these diamonds are 1 by 1. And it's going to be a 1/2 inch down and 1 1/2 over. So here's 1 1/2 and a 1/2 inch down. Right about there. And if it's not right, no one will ever know, because you just build out from it, looks like. All right, so we're going to do 2 of the glaciers. One on the top and one on the bottom. Yeah, I'm running out of cards to send out, so I needed to get some of these card kits made. I hope you like this. You know, it's not your typical card kind of design, right, with luggage and stuff. I give the artist that close to my heart credit for coming up with some cute designs. I like how they have the diamonds at the top, so that's something that should be lined up. Okay, so the papaya here. And then a peach. And we only need a corner. And then after it's all dry, you trim them off. All right, so that's one part. It doesn't look bad, right? It looks pretty good. All right, so another sapphire. Huh. That's going to be under the other piece, so no one will ever know. And again, why I don't like doing these little pieces, because of my fingers. Okay, I think peach is next. There. And then a sapphire at the corner. It's just going to be one corner. I'm going to make sure I line up across here. So right now, that's what my eye is concentrating on. And it looks like we got another peach here. It's just going to be a corner. Let's do the dark side. So again, following your diamond across. Okay, and here we need a yellow piece. Just a corner. And again, lining up the edges across here is what I'm concentrating on. I think that'll help me anyways. All right, so peach, let's do the dark side this time. So the corner to the corner here. There's nothing here because I have something, the sentiment will be covering it. So let's do the dark side. This one. Again, corner to corner. I can see that one's a little crooked. All right, so now we have a luggage piece. And we're going to line up diamond to diamond this one because it goes underneath the other piece. I don't need anything here. So hopefully that'll be good. All right, so now we need a yellow. And that'll go here. And then I'm gonna go with this one. And we're lining up the diamond here at the corner there and try to eyeball the corner here. And then a peach. All right, oh, that's not in line. There we go. All right, so here we have a luggage piece. My glue's making funny noises. And a papaya. Let's go ahead and put one there. I'll put the dark side. Just in case I want that corner to show. So edge to edge. Looks good. All right. Oh, we have one here. Sapphire. All right. Now I need to let it dry so I can cut it down. But let's see, this piece will go across here. And then this, I did ink the edges. I don't know if I mentioned that. Just to cover up that white that was showing with that paper. This is going to go centered. And this will go on top. And I'll pop this up because this is the only part that's popped up so far. And this has the heart enamel dots, enamel hearts, I should say. Well, it's going to go right in the middle. All right. So enamel hearts. And they did a big one. Here. And a little one. Here. And that's it, but I think I'm going to add another one. I like threes, and I think I'm going to put it over here. No, maybe not. Maybe we'll do it down here. Yeah, that looks better down there. All right, let's go ahead and glue this down. I think it'll be okay. I'm going to put it right in the middle of those to cover all that up. And then this in the middle to cover up anything else. So, here. Well, that came out a lot better than I thought. I got to cut it all off. After it's dry, I'm going to wait. Just make sure all that glue is really dry. All right, so that's card number 4. let me show you some of the other things that I did to the cards. I'll be right back. All right, card 3, I didn't change anything. Oh, I did. I put the different colors here. The way they did it was to have the suitcase side and then the yellow side. And I did the yellow side and the suitcase side. And I just changed the location of these 2 pieces because the yellow, you know, have yellow around your card, not all the yellow here and all the blue here, in other words, if you could, if you wanted to, but that's why I switched it. Okay, card number 1. Okay, this is the card, how they designed it. And this is the one that I made in the beginning, and I didn't put the pieces correctly. So I thought I'd show you because, you know, everybody makes mistakes, and I do have to trim off the top. This one, I added some metallic marker to the metal parts of the luggage, and I added some little tags to these. And these tags are from a zip strip from the paper collection. And they're just too cute because Close to My Heart has consultants in New York, which is United States, Hong Kong. I don't know what LAX is. Is that maybe Canada? I'm not sure. Sydney, which is Australia, and yeah, so maybe it is Canada because that's, I don't know, I'll have to look that up. I've never been there, so but they look cute. And I also changed the pattern paper on this one too. I put the yellow here and then the luggage across, whereas the luggage and then the yellow, you can see the difference. And again, I put New York City on that one. And this one has the yellow. I like the yellow because I like yellow. And I did add some of that arrow border to these pieces. Let's see, I did the blue on this one, or the glacier on this one. So it just adds a little pizzazz. And then I did the happy birthday on the luggage instead of the wishing you countless happy miles on the birthday trail, which could be okay for a birthday card. So let me show you how I do the metallic marker. I love these. So just shake it up. I don't depress this anymore unless it doesn't have any ink in it, because you can clog it. So as long as there's ink running, don't depress it. You always should shake it though. So it just is so easy to add that metallic shimmer to these. Just as like a finishing touch. Probably be better to do it before you adhere them down, but it works pretty good. And this is the fine line. It comes in a bullet tip and a chisel tip too. I like using the chisel tip for going along the edge of my paper to create that look of an embossed edge, and it just makes it look so high end. All right, so those are card design 1 and card design 2. Let's see, it was like this. This is the proto, or the how they did it, and then another one. And then I changed it up to do, hey, it's your special day, and put happy birthday on there. I stamped around the outside of that white piece and just inked it a little bit. And I think I inked around some of the other pieces as well. On the zip strip, I cut it in half and put half down here and half up there. And this is the same thing. I changed the paper. I put the luggage side up instead of the yellow. Stamped around that. It was very, very busy, so I put an edge here of the metallic marker to give it some distinction. And then I also put these farther apart to cover up more of the luggage. And having this stamping around here, I think it draws your eye right to the center, so you don't really see the rest of it. And then this one I made into a little mailbox. That was cute. I have to see if I have a little stamp that I can do the letters in rather than draw it out. But it came out okay. And then, of course, the last one you just saw me do, which I quite enjoyed after, now that I've done them all. They came out pretty good, and now that I know an easier way to do those diamond squares, I think I'll probably do those more. Bigger ones on layouts especially. So I hope if you have any questions, again, let me know in the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer them. Have a wonderful day. I will have photos at the end. Take care.